Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
It's your Classic Metal Show right here on theclassicmetalshow.com. That's brand new stuff from one of our favorite bands here on the show, the band Evergrey. And on the phone right now is one of the main characters in Evergrey, Mr. Tom Englund. Tom, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Excellent, Tom. Well, Tom, I got to say, man, you guys seemingly have picked it up a notch and delivered what I would say is probably your best album since Recreation Day, man. First of all, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It feels really good. And I mean, this is the time when we get the proof for what other people think as well. So, the album is not ours anymore. It's yours, sort of. So we have done our best, and we have always done our best on each and every album. So this is what you get, and I hope you like it, basically.
Well, Tom, it's been an interesting time in Evergrey land, I guess. With you guys changed record labels, and you guys have had, it just seemed like you guys had problems getting the new record label, together. It just seemed like it was a very long time between when we saw that you were leaving Inside Out to where you are now with SPV and have a record coming out. So I guess that's probably a decent place to start with is what exactly happened and what took so long?
Well, what happened is that we were for the first time really set on getting the contract right. This is, this might be the last contract that we do sign. So it's a contract with 3 albums, and it's going to take up for 4 or 5 years from us in the future. So we just wanted to make sure it was right. We negotiated with everyone from major labels to the indie labels to the really small labels. The only thing we were interested in was to get the right contract and make sure that we, would feel good about it 2 years from now. So, and SPV was the only one who were willing to step up to each and every demand. But it took like 8 months of hard negotiation. So, but now we're happy. I hope they are too.
Sure. When you're going through something like that, do you get to a point where you're like, where at least you consider, all right, we'll just sign whatever, because you guys are artists, you want to put your music out there?
No, not this time, not at all. I mean, because we sorted out like the first labels that gave us offers from the start. We sorted those 10 out immediately, and then we were left with 3, I guess, and then we sorted out those 3, and we were left with 1. So then it was time to start, going into detail, and all these boring details might seem boring when you just want, as you said, want to have the music out. But in the end, that's what's going to affect your life for the coming years. And we were just very confident in what we needed, and we knew what we had. The album was already recorded, and it's been done since December. So it has also been a healthy way for us to sort of get a distance and sort of objectivity towards that album. And, we enjoy it still today. So, yeah, I think it was just gave us more benefit than hardship at the time.
Well, Tom, the new album, Torn, it really kind of goes back to the earlier history of the band as far as the sound. You guys have really taken it back to being a lot more dark and a lot less, symphonic, for lack of a better term. I know that's not a good term to describe what you guys do, but it just seems like Monday Morning Apocalypse and even some of Inner Circle were a little less dark and heavy, where this is really just a throwback to it's in your face, it's heavy, it's mean, but it's clearly Evergrey, man. Is that how you guys see it?
We try to not, compare our albums. I mean, we leave that to you guys, since we just try to, do our best for each and every album, and each and every album also reflects on how we and our lives were at the time, and during both Inner Circle, which I do find to be a very dark album, but in a different way. Monday Morning, on the other hand, deals with the sort of everyday darkness that people go through. So that is also a dark album, but it's sort of different levels of darkness. And for this album, we had so much personal crap going on in our lives, and me myself were going through a really hard time, and that of course affects the songwriting and the lyrics and everything surrounding the band. But you're right, it is a very dark album, but there's some optimism in it as well, I would say.
Well, with Torn too, one of the things that I really like, probably best of any of the Evergrey albums, is this is the most dynamic record that you've ever recorded as far as the actual sound of the record itself. I mean, it is not that the other ones were bad, but this one is just so crisp and so, I mean, the guitars are just a little bit more tight, and the keyboards are just for me, the keyboards are a little bit less in it, which is good for me. But did you guys do something different in the recording process to where you really captured a heavier, thicker vibe?
Yeah, I mean, guitar-wise, we first of all just recorded 2 guitars. Usually we recorded overdubs in 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 guitars even sometimes. For this album, it's 2 guitars only, and it's funny how that works. That that less gives you more. That is actually the right way of saying it for guitar recording. And you have to be twice as accurate when you record, which was hell for us. But it sort of gets more into your face. It's a much more angry sound, and it just sound tighter, I would say. And I think that's one of the secrets behind the whole production and as a whole, And also the bass is way more distortion on that to sort of, fill up for the loss of the 2 other guitars that we usually have. So that sort of gives it much more breathing space within the production.
Right. Well, Tom, one of the things that I have been wondering for years and years now, basically since Recreation Day, when I first jumped onto the band, discovering the band more or less, is I don't understand why exactly it is that Evergrey has not become a huge band here in the States. I mean, musically, you guys you're definitely as proficient as anybody at writing good, solid tunes, not only from album to album, but just from song to song. But for whatever reason, it just never you guys have never really truly exploded here in the States, and I'm curious, what it is that you think causes the band not to be, a giant band here in the U.S.
I guess we have worked with the wrong people. I mean, we can only do what we do, which is making great albums, and review-wise, that has been proven over and over again, as you say, and I think it's just a matter of. As I said, working with the wrong people or working with people that have not the capability of making us bigger. And that's one of the reasons why we changed both record label management and booking company for this album. So hopefully that will change now. And, because we have seen we've toured with so many different types of genres. We even toured with Hate Eternal
right.
and Arch Enemy, and that was a great package for us. Everybody hated us when we started playing, but then after 15-20 minutes into the set, everybody was like, "Damn, man, this is not so bad as I thought it would be."
Right.
I thought it would be Dungeons and Dragons and I don't know, I don't know what they thought, but at the end, everybody more or less seems to like it anyway. So,
do you think that you guys, even though it's been years and years, do you think you're still plagued by the whole Dream Theater comparison? I mean, not that you sound like that at all anymore, but that has.
I don't think we ever have. In the beginning, we I guess we wanted to sound like them, but we didn't have the, even the beginning of the skill they had. So that sort of very quickly changed, and then. Being on Inside Out that's one of the things that you get with being on that label. You always get labeled as a progressive band, and for us that has more been it has been more negative for us than positive. So when we have never been a band like that. So at the same time, I don't know what kind of band we are. We're playing our own kind of metal, I guess.
It's a new term. It's Evergrey metal.
Exactly. Good enough.
Well, Tom, what are the plans for the rest of this year in 2009? I assume you're going to be out touring nonstop working this thing?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we're setting up, we're doing, this time we're going to start doing Scandinavia, which is a big market for us as well. Today we charted on number 4 on the Swedish album charts, which is the best we have ever done. So we're going to do Sweden, and we're opening for Whitesnake for a couple of gigs in Sweden, and then we're doing, I think we're doing South America and a bunch of other more obscure countries that we don't necessarily pass on a European tour, like Russia and Poland, and Romania and Greece and countries like that. And then next year we are basically looking for the right tour. Since it costs so much money to come over, you know, to you guys, it's very important for us to find the right tour, not just any tour.
Now, I'm curious with the Whitesnake gigs, too. You talk about, you played with Hate Eternal and stuff like that, obviously. Whitesnake total going the other way, you know. How do you think the 50-year-old soccer moms are going to take to Evergrey?
I think they will love us. Actually, somebody wrote that at Blabbermouth once. Evergrey plays what was it? Soccer mom metal.
Oh,
yeah. I guess that will come over well. No, I mean that's the great thing about being in Evergrey, you know, because we could tour with pretty much whatever we have, and you know we'll continue to, you know, cross any boundaries that other people might have. We don't give a damn, you know. It's like whatever works for them, and you know we will do it, no matter what.
Well, Tom, what am I missing that you want people to know about the new album, Torn, and, you know, about the band in general?
No, I guess the only thing that I can think of right now is that I think MTV Headbangers Ball is going to have the premiere for our new video for the song Broken Wings, I think this week or next week or something like that. So that's one thing that you could be on the lookout for.
And where can people find out all that they need to find out about Evergrey on the web?
It's evergrey.net.
All right, man. Well, the new album, as we said, it is called Torn. And, Tom, as a tradition on the show, we always let the artist pick a closing track. So what would you like us to end the interview with? And maybe tell us a quick story about it.
From our album?
From your album, from Black Sabbath,
from
whatever.
Somebody else's album.
Whatever you want.
I think you should play a song called Numb. It is a song that is probably one of my personal favorite songs from the album. It's a real groovy thing.
Well, let's check it out. This is Numb. It's brand new stuff from Evergrey right here on your Classic Metal Show.
Thanks for checking out the Best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
Classic